Good morning. I welcome all the parents and our school principal, Ms. Meenakshi Kushwaha, for today's virtual online program for classes 9th and 10th for the session 2022-23. And I congratulate everyone on your ward's permission to the promotion to the next class. I am Mona Chopra and I'm the coordinator for class 9th and 10th. The academic year 2022-23, 21-22 was an action-packed year which brought about a lot of changes and challenges for both students and teachers. But without losing hope and time, we took up these challenges and turned them into opportunities by imparting virtual education filled with experiential, joyful, and self-learning strategies. This has been mainly possible under the guidance and foresightedness of our dynamic principal, Ms. Meenakshi Kushwaha. She has left no stone unturned to impart education and reach out to all students and successfully rolled out this hybrid academic session 2021-22, abiding with all the COVID protocols prescribed by the government during this time of crisis and uncertainty, so that there is no loss of academics in this session. Our principal ma'am is here today to share with you her thoughts and vision. And now I request her to kindly address the parents. Over to you, ma'am.
Yes, thank you, Mona. So a warm welcome to all the teachers and all the parents who are in this gathering, the virtual gathering. Well, the 2 years were terrible, but then they taught us many things also. So let us look at the positive side of those 2 years when we were learning to handle situations and learning to understand life, learning to understand our requirements. And I'm sure children who adapted to this online mode of schooling so quickly have become more practical and brilliant in their approaches. So parents, as your children come to class 9, the very important phase of their schooling begins, because if most of the foreign universities for admissions consider marks from class 9th onwards, consider the recommendations from teachers and school from 9th onwards. So these are important years, and board conducts its exams for classes 10th and 12th. So, and there's no more the no detention policy, which was there up to class 10th only, up to class 8th only. So children who don't do well might be kind of detained in class 9th. So children have to study. So we are into serious business, keeping these things into mind, but this does not mean that we were not in the serious business so far, because the formative years so far have, or rather will help children understanding the later part of their lives. And it's important that we are able to create very good citizens for tomorrow, very good adults for tomorrow. Now, children, parents, I'm sure all your children have outgrown their uniforms and you have to buy the new uniform. I urge that don't buy an oversized uniform, because in the oversized uniform, the child never looks smart. What happens is when it is new, it is oversized, and when it is old, it is of proper size, but then it has lost its color and sheen. Because after all, it is fabric, which loses its sheen with washes. So please buy good uniform so that child confidently walks into the school or anywhere in uniform, and he feels that my uniform, because uniform is a very important part of the child's identity. So please don't neglect uniform. And secondly, discipline is important. I'm sure your children are disciplined, but we have to be even more careful that as they are growing, they follow discipline at all times, whether it is at home, inside school, outside school, or wherever. They must get up on time. They must do all their activities and chores as per time. And it is important again that they are healthy. Now, when I talk of healthy, I don't mean only of physical health, but I do mean of mental health also. And they have to be strong. And it is our duty to make them physically and mentally strong. We don't kind of, think that the little bacha hai kar nahi payega. No, they have huge potential and they can do things. So please involve them into tasks at home, and don't shun the tasks that we give at school. Sometimes we get complaints, बहुत homework मिल रहा है, या बहुत काम है, या the project is very heavy and things like those. Parents feel free to contact us and find out the reason. Because anything that is given by school has a reason behind it. Sometimes parents don't like the group projects. Now, the purpose of group projects is only that children learn to work with each other, which is a very important thing for life. Similarly, integrated projects are given. Now, the purpose is that children are able to kind of adopt a holistic approach of education into their project work or whatever they do. There are reasons for everything, but in case you have doubt or anything, instead of shunning and talking ill about those things, it's important that you contact us. And if we feel that we are wrong, we will definitely work upon to improve ourselves. But yes, if we are always there to kind of clarify your doubts. Mental health is important. Now, children will be coming to school after 2 years. They've gone through not very pleasant times. They've gone through mental stress, etc., etc. So it is important that we look after them well. At the same time, it is important that we make them strong individuals mentally. They should be able to cope with different situations, because we know life is not very easy. Life is not very simple. So let us make an effort to prepare our children well for life. Value time and efforts of others and our own efforts as well. Empathy, respect, positivity, then, being able to observe things, being able to analyze things, being able to make proper decisions, being able to do work in collaboration, critical thinking. All these things are important, and you will notice that all our tasks around the year will be kind of revolving around these skills, these habits being developed into children. So try to understand the reason and encourage your children to participate. Class 9th onwards, lot of governmental exams happen, the exams which are conducted by government bodies. Very important for each child to participate into those, because those government certifications will have a lot of meaning, lot of value for the future of your children. For example, the DOE conducts Mukhyamantri Scholarship Award. Now, if your child is a JSTSC scholarship holder, I mean, he is considered to be amongst the top scholars. And there are universities which give admissions without any entrance exams, universities in India and abroad both. And they have their weightage even in Harvard and Oxford and all those Ivy League universities as well. So these exams like JSTSC, KVPY, then there are many more. There are Olympiads conducted by CBSE. They are very important exams. Encourage your children to participate. Not only participate wholeheartedly, and try to be in the competitive spirit. They must participate, because if they are getting the KVPY scholarship, for example, universities in India and abroad will rate his achievement at a very high level. And these exams, these results have weightage in admissions there. And in India, for example, Indian Institute of Science at Bangalore, gives admission to these children without any entrance exam. So this is KVPY is conducted by the NCERT. So encourage your children to participate in these events, Olympiads. Even IITs are considering weightage to Olympiads. And so we need all your encouragement, because children generally feel कि नहीं हमको तो बोर्ड में ही मार्क्स लाने हैं और अब तो पता नहीं बोर्ड का भी खैर क्या स्टेटस रहेगा. But then these examinations are very important, and children must participate. Then I think by mistake some textbooks have been given with the school logo on that, and that too the logo is wrong. So in case your child has got any such textbook, please return on Monday, or return to the class teacher through the child when he comes, and we will replace those faulty notebooks. And please make your children self-learners with a lot of positivity, empathy, and the right kind of attitudes. And we reopen the school in online mode from 28th onwards. 28th, 29th, 30 will be in online mode, and 31st will be in offline mode only, with some talents hunt and all those skill kind of things being done at school, like sports or some activities, and it would be half day. Details will be shared with you. So all the very best to you, children, and your parents for coming to now the secondary school. And it is an important, now a very important phase begins from a different point of view, from the college admission, entrances, future point of view. So stay positive, stay happy, put in your best foot forward. A lot of hard work is required, but you need to enjoy, because unless you enjoy that work, you will not be able to put in your best. So get into habit of enjoying the tasks that are given to you, and the link of communication should never be snapped. You have a problem, talk it out. You find something very good, talk it out. It's nice to share positive things also along with negative things. So thank you so much. I return back to Mrs. Chopra, and I wish each one of you a very happy, healthy, and a meaningful year ahead. Students of class 10, you should not get perturbed कि marks नहीं count होने हैं. Your class 10 marks will be counted for your stream selection in 11, if not for any other thing. But then foreign universities, admissions, and jobs and all do still and will always consider your marks at CBSE level. So don't shun, and work hard from the beginning. It is never so tough. Thank you.
I echo the thoughts of my principal and endeavor to deliver the guidelines set by her. I will further add, and I'd like to share a few points with you through this presentation that I am going to share. Yes. So as you can see, our school has had brilliant result in the year 2020-21. And our school average marks for class 12th was 91.18, and science average 91.61, commerce average 90.35, and humanities average 91.9. And for the CBSE board result for class 10th, 2020-21, the school average was 97.90. Moving on further, these are a few of the special highlights for the year 21-22. We had a hybrid school. And of course, you know that we have been having co-vaccine vaccination camps for the students so that they come back to school vaccinated and they are safe here. Then our school was certified as a cyber smart school by Niti Aayog. And yes, we got the Fit India certification from CBSE. And from Niti Aayog, we got National All-Rounder Championship. And yes, for the Surya Namaskar Challenge by CBSE, we got Azadi Ka Mahotsav certification. So yes, we've been doing quite well in the school. And as always, our students have made us proud by getting laurels for our schools by participating in various virtual inter-school competition in international, state, zonal, and various public schools of Delhi and NCR categories of competitions in academic, co-curricular, extracurricular, and sports. So as you can see here on this page here in front of you, this is a record of what we did in 2021-22 academic year. Our students also participated in various international virtual programs and forums and collaborated virtually in exchange programs with schools in Malaysia, Tunisia, Singapore, Japan, Germany, Nepal, UAE, Scotland, France, and you can see this all right in front of you. Our students were also certified in Korean language program and got 100% score in French Olympiad. Moving on further, the year 2020.
मैं co-host हूँ ना, मैं कर लूँ reclaim host.
21-22 has been a hybrid academic year, and our school has digital presence not only through the online classes and with various webinars. Yes, I would request
host.
Yes, Vidya ma'am, can you please keep yourself muted?
Okay.
All right. So the year 2021-22 has been a hybrid academic year, and our school has made its digital presence not only through online classes and with the various webinars for students and teachers, but also our school Facebook account, YouTube channel, and school website has been buzzing with students' activities around the year. We have been regularly posting the school activities in the monthly reports, which is available in the school website, and have been posting our students' achievements and initiatives in the school's Facebook account and YouTube channel to keep our parents informed regularly. Also, our teachers prepared digital and e-resources for students to further personalize their teaching. As a part of holistic education, we offer clubs to students to develop their skill sets. Multidisciplinary projects work integrated with art is a regular feature to develop experiential and scientific temperament in the students. So this has been a part of our regular curriculum, in which we emphasize about the multidisciplinary projects, as you can see on the screen. Then celebrating our special days, festivals, and special assemblies has been a culture of our school to develop values and citizenship in our students. Since we believe in holistic view of imparting education, we organize various co-curricular and extracurricular activities along with sports events for our ward, for your ward round the year. A monthly panel will be shared with the students each month to give a clear picture of the exam and test schedules, the special days and activities that will be conducted each month. Moving on further. Through this virtual orientation program, I would like to share our expectations from you and also like to share a few guidelines and tips for the session 2022-23. Parents, you are not only the guardian of your children, but also their role models, and the school expects your cooperation in helping us shape an overall personality of your child. Please ensure that your ward maintains hygiene and follows all the social distancing and COVID protocols and norms in and outside the school and gets himself or herself vaccinated. The school is very particular that your ward attends the classes in proper school uniform, as it has been also emphasized by our principal, ma'am. We have already shared the schedule of purchase of uniform and books through the class groups messages. In case you have any query, you can approach me or you can speak to the class teacher to guide you further. Wearing iCards to school is mandatory, and that will be given to students when they come to school from 31st of March. In addition to this, the school is very particular regarding discipline of the students, whether it is in online or offline classes. No foul language, abusive language, bullying will be tolerated. Students must be punctual in the classes to maintain regularity and maintain the decorum of the class at all times. Wearing fancy watches and getting expensive stationery and gadgets to school is not allowed. Once confiscated, these articles won't be returned. It is very important for your children to learn the value of money. So parents, please don't give in to every demand made by your child. Please help your ward to effectively manage time and equip themselves to be self-reliant. Encourage them to develop life skills, for example, like ironing of clothes, like stitching off, buttons, then doing some electric work at home, and many other things which will make the children more independent and they will be more confident. The school conducts remedial and enrichment classes for those children who need extra guidance in academics. We will give you the schedule of this once we start our classes. Homework and assignments will be uploaded on the school software and MS Teams, Microsoft Teams by teachers. Parents are requested to check these to maintain that their ward's continuity and regularity in academics remains. So it is very important as a parent that you should know what your children are doing, whether they are giving their assignments, they're submitting every classwork. So please keep a check on your child. Also, we will be sharing username and passwords for MS Teams login very shortly. In case your ward is absent, a message will be sent on your registered mobile. Please send the medical certificate to the class teacher in case of a medical leave. Now, in case your mobile numbers have been changed or there is some change in any of your details, you please keep us informed so that we can contact you rightfully with the right phone number, etc. So yes, now I will be briefly touching on the evaluation system of class 9th and 10th. So yes, a lot of focus and emphasis will be given to academics for classes 9th and 10th. Also, a lot of importance will be given that the students learn the innovative 21st century skills and practice and also become self-learners. A detailed schedule of assessment plan and evaluation will be informed to parents once we get the fresh guidelines by CBSE for the new academic session 2022-23. The syllabus breakup will also be put up in the school website, and we will keep you updated with any revision in syllabus by CBSE as and when we get it from them. NCERT books can be downloaded by students. Teachers will also share the downloading links in the classes once they start coming to school. Broadly, the academic year will comprise of unit tests. Just a minute, please. I think there is some disturbance. Yeah. So yes, broadly, the academic year will comprise of unit tests, term end exams, multiple assessment portfolios, and subject enrichment activities for evaluation. So you see this year, CBSE came up with a term, term-wise exam in which we had the term 1 and term 2, and the weightage of term 1 was 50 and the weightage of term 2 was another 50, so which made it 200. So in term 1, we had 40 marks of paper, and in 10 marks was evaluated through the periodic test, which was the pen and paper test, the multiple assessments, as you can see, the quizzes, oral test, concept maps, visual expressions, etc., portfolios, and the weightage is given alongside, and subject enrichment activity, and the weightage is 5% for all. So you see, this is internal assessment, and it carries weightage, which is 20%, sorry, which is of 20 marks in term 1 and term 2, as you can see. So yes, as I said, the syllabus will be, again, the revised syllabus will be shared with you very soon. And yes, ma'am, you are.
मुझे एक मैसेज ड्रॉप कर दो.
Yes, ma'am, just a minute,
ताकि
please.
मुझे जैसे खत्म है वरना मैं बोला हेलो हेलो.
Sorry for that disturbance. Yes, there was a little noise which was coming, disrupting us. But yes, to carry it on further. So yes, I said that the assignments, the periodic test, multiple assessment, portfolios, subject enrichment, they all carry marks. For term 1 and term 2, that means 20 marks, internal marks will be given, and 80 marks will be for your term end exam, which will be, again, 33% marks is important to clear all the subjects. Yes, moving on further. Yeah. So yes, you can see that term 1 will be of 40 marks and term 2 will be for 40 marks, and the duration of the paper is going to be approximately 2.5 hours. And this is something, this is a pattern which was followed by CBSE in the academic year 2021-22. There is quite a possibility that there are some changes made, and we will keep updating you about it. So yes, the scholastic grading system, we will follow the 8-point grading scale, and for the co-scholastic grading system, we follow the 5-point grading scale. Then yes, this is for class 10th. Scholastic grading system is a 9-point grading system, and for co-scholastic grading system, we have the 5-point grading scale. So this is for class 10th. Yes. So yes, as I said, we will be following the schedule. We will be putting on all the schedule in the planner. And yes, we will be having unit tests for every term. We will be having 2 unit tests and 1 term end exam. And the tentative date for the unit test 1 is going to be in May 2022. And the syllabus covered before 1 week of the UT, that is going to be the syllabus. For unit test 2, this is going to be in July 2022 tentatively, and the syllabus covered before 1 week of the test. And your first term exam is going to be from September 2022 tentatively, and the marks will be for 40 marks, and the syllabus covered till before 10 days before the exam of term 1. So the average of best 2 unit test will be taken for final marks submission in term 1. So this was something that we followed in 2021-22, and hopefully we will be following it in 2022-23. If there are some changes, definitely we are going to update you for the same. And for class 10th, again, the same way we will be conducting 2 unit tests, the unit test 1 and unit test 2. Unit test 1 is in May 2022, and unit test 2 is going to be in July 2022. And the term end exam is going to be in September 2022. So this is the pattern that we are currently following. And yes, for class 10th, at the time of CBSE exam registration, CBSE offers basic and standard maths. Students can opt for either. Those who opt for basic maths can later take applied maths in commerce and humanities in class 11. The school also provides for subject exemptions as prescribed by CBSE to students with special needs. Please contact our school counselor, Ms. Pratibha Malhotra, to know more details. Now I will share the names of the teachers of the respective classes. For 9th A, we have Ms. Hemlata Pandey. 9th B is Ms. Shweta Sharma. 9th C is Miss Monica Bhanjana. 9th D is Miss Poonam. 9th E is Miss Zita Lawrence. 9th F is Miss Swati Pathak. For class 10th, we have the same teachers who were in 9th. They move on with class 10 students. So I'm going to name the teachers of class 10th. 10th A is Miss Jyoti Sharma. 10th B is Miss Sanyukta Bhattacharya. 10th C is Miss Minakshi Sharma. 10th D is Mrs. Kumari Swati. 10th E is Miss Somashri. And 10th F is Miss Paramjeet. Now I will request our school counselor, Miss Rashmi, to share with you some parenting tips. Over to you, Rashmi.
Hello parents, a very pleasant morning to all of you. I hope you are as excited as the children are to start their high school and as excited we are to be a part of their journey as mentors, as guides, as facilitators in the learning process. With every developmental milestone that your child is reaching, as a parent, your journey is also extending to the territories that were previously unknown. You may have been a parent for long now, but with your child experiencing different challenges, you are facing them too, perhaps for the first time. The needs of a teenager are different from that of a young child. They are undergoing rapid social, emotional, and cognitive development, making them more prone to the peer influences, both good and bad. They may have experiences that makes them feel they're always in the spotlight, as if everyone around them is evaluating them, observing them, scrutinizing them. Sometimes they may also act in a way as if the world revolves around them. They may start voicing their thoughts and opinions more firmly, which may not align with yours and makes you feel like your child is turning into a rebel and doesn't listen to you anymore. This may impact your relationship with your child. And on top of it, your children are also experiencing certain other common challenges that teenagers often go through, such as negative peer pressure, engaging in unhealthy activities due to this peer pressure, experiencing low self-esteem, confidence, external need for validation, looking for validation from their peers, irritability, moodiness, aggression, and even body issues at times. While parenting your teenager, we have to further sharpen their certain life and social emotional skills, such as their ability to think individually, engage in healthy decision-making, and building perspective. At the same time, we also have to instill in them a sense of responsibility, a sense of engaging in strong, safe, and healthy communication patterns, and an ability to learn from one's own mistakes, not just in your own child, but also for you as a parent. And these skills, these life and social emotional skills, can be accomplished by inviting your child to share their views and opinions, giving them a safe space to voice their thoughts and feelings without scrutiny, without a sense of judgment, without shutting them down by saying that you're just a child. Especially when it comes to matters that involves decision-making around their own life, where their life is influenced by the decisions. Always ask your child what is their thought on that matter. In moments of disagreement, because there will be, show respect while you're dealing with your child. Allow them to understand that while people may not have same opinion, they may be in a disagreement, they can still be firm and polite about their own thought processes. They can respectfully engage in a discourse without becoming aggressive. It helps them become sensitive to others' opinions. It also builds emotional skills like empathy. And like I said earlier, perspective building as well. Facilitate sharing of emotions by talking about your own emotions also with them. Teenagers at times experience a lot of complex, intense emotions, which can be very confusing and frustrating even for themselves. So they may require a lot of hand-holding while they're going through these intense emotional experiences. At times, this may involve helping them identify what they're feeling, as in giving a correct label to the emotions that they're experiencing. At times, it may require finding means in which they can vent the emotions that they're experiencing. How do they express these emotions? Be it happiness, joy, excitement, or anger or jealousy or hatred? What are the healthy ways in which they can express and cope with these feelings? At the same time, there would be moments when a child would need space as well to calm themselves down, to process that emotion for themselves. Engage in providing that healthy space to them as well. A lot of times what we get to hear from parents of teenagers is that a child is becoming very aggressive. They shout back at us, they do not listen to us. Oftentimes this anger is just an outward emotion that we see and we label it as a problem. Where we need to tailor our parenting, especially when it comes to managing anger in teenagers, is to understand that sometimes deeper inside this anger are a lot of other emotions. There could be a lot of vulnerabilities and insecurities that a child is going through. So what is important is to address those vulnerabilities, those insecurities and other emotions so that your child learns to deal with them and communicate them rather than acting out on those emotions in an aggressive manner. Purposefully create moments on a regular basis that helps you connect with your child, not just in terms of talking about their day, but also in terms of engaging in hobbies and activities together, engaging in play together, engaging in reading time together. The skills that you want your child to develop, remember your children are great observational learners. Mimic those same skills in yourself too. The more you guide them by using those same skills, they will learn them quickly. So that's one way in which you can nurture a very healthy environment for your child in school as well as at home. Help them in understanding and fine-tuning their decision-making skills. Start with smaller decisions like what kind of activities they would like to do in a day or in their life in general. And as your child is growing in confidence with making decisions for themselves, allow them to make decisions on more important issues in their life as well. Remember, we can't always protect our child. As much as we would like to offer them a safe environment and keep them in a safety cage, that's not a possibility. And sometimes that can be unhealthy too. Children will make mistakes, as we all did. There is room for learning from these mistakes. And that is what we have to instill in children. Not a fear of failure, but the ability to learn from their mistakes and move past them, to understand that failure is also a teaching tool. So instead of, when your child makes a mistake, instead of reprimanding them or giving them the "I told you so," allow them to acknowledge that mistake, allow them to introspect and understand what went wrong so that they can learn from it. And this applies to you as well. Like I said earlier, as a parent, this is a new journey for you too. You are also parenting a teenager and the challenges that they're facing for the first time. So do not set unrealistic standards for yourself. You will also be making mistakes. You also have to learn from them. And like I said, your children are observational learner. When they see you acknowledging mistakes and learning from them, they also equip themselves with the same skills. When a child learns from their mistakes, when a child is able to express their thoughts and feelings well, is able to make better decisions for themselves, it helps in boosting their confidence and self-esteem. They're less vulnerable to negative peer pressure because they're able to make decisions for themselves, healthier decisions for themselves. Another thing that's very important to understand is that children, especially high school children, need a balanced lifestyle. I understand that 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th are critical stages, but only emphasizing on the academics is not the right approach to your child's growth. Make sure that they have a balanced routine where physical activity and play, engagement in hobbies is also a part of their routine. It helps them refresh their mind, and a mind that is holistically growing will have a better chance at a good performance than a mind that is always stressed about academics. So if you want your child to be good at academics, there too, they will need these physical and mental breaks to refresh and rejuvenate themselves. Respect your child's individuality. Create an environment that helps them nurture and foster their own individual skills, abilities, and talents. Every child is unique, and consequently, the parenting that they need is also unique. Tailor your approach as per your child. You may have more than one child at home, but their needs can be very, very different. A same child's needs can be very, very different at different developmental stages. So we also as parents have to constantly evolve and tailor our parenting as to what our child needs for a better development. That was all from my side. I'll hand it over back to Mona ma'am.
Thank you, Pratibha. With this, I end my session and looking forward to meeting all the students in school and also the parents in the coming months. So best of luck and see you all very soon. Bye-bye.